Just hours ago, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe was in his hometown of St. Louis to promote his crime bill, which includes a state takeover of the city police department.
Polling shows state control is unpopular across all of Missouri. New at 10, our political editor Mark Maxwell pressed the governor to explain why he's making this his first priority.
Before taking an opening day lap at Busch Stadium, Mike Kehoe took a victory lap at the Police Union Hall, celebrating his opening act as Missouri governor.
We'll get the personnel going again. We'll bring the safety in the streets back.
House and Senate Republicans who sponsored the bill sold it as a boost for officer morale.
The days of defunding the police, not supporting our police, demoralizing our police, and decimating our cities is over.
And Kehoe pushed back against criticism from Mayor Tashara Jones.
The mayor should look at the vote count and see who voted for it, because St. Louis City Democrats voted for this bill. They're out of touch.
The former car salesman put his best spin on the state takeover of a local police department.
Politicians don't need to be running this. Local citizens need to be running this.
But the law is clear. Politicians like him will pick those commissioners before other politicians confirm them, and police unions lobby them in an inherently political process. A recent SLU YouGov poll asked likely Missouri voters who they would prefer to run their local police department. Only 22% said a governor-appointed board, and just 39% said a state board should run the department in St. Louis.
Why spend so much of your early political capital on something the public doesn't want?
Because it's needed. And sometimes you got to make decisions in leadership to do what we think is best for the people that you serve.
Kehoe's picks will be subject to a confirmation hearing in the Senate.
Is it your intent to give state senators from the city of St. Louis veto power over your picks?
They'll certainly have the power to be able to express those opinions.
But from now on, any findings from the Independent Civilian Oversight Board would be subject to review at the State Board of Police Commissioners.
Aside from the police unions, who would think it's a good idea to weaken independent civilian oversight of police officers accused of wrongdoing?
We're going to add to the manpower of the city here. I think that will help public safety. I also think that will help a strained police department where men and women have to make decisions that they wouldn't have to make if they had the backup they had.
Reporting in St. Louis, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.